Chaplain Lemartes fell to the Black Rage during the liberation of Hadrath 11. Unlike the other warriors of the Death Company who spearheaded the planet strike, Lemartes survived and carved a bloody path through the Orc defenders, finally collapsing from his wounds only when the battle was won. Then he was brought to the field apothecarium to await the arrival of Astaroth, Redeemer of the Lost. Yet when Astaroth arrived to deliver the chaplain into death's embrace, Lemartes demanded to live. Such a thing was unheard of. Though his eyes were bloodshot and his muscles taut with fury, Lemartes' words were clear and cogent. Whilst members of the Death Company were often so deranged that Astaroth had to best them in combat before he could take their lives, never before had one challenged him in so lucid a fashion. Quashing all dissent, Astaroth ordered that the chaplain be placed in stasis and returned to Baal until the chapter's librarians and the sanguinary priests could make a full examination of him. This investigation took several months, during which time Lemartes was largely kept in stasis to ensure the safety of those around him, but the results seemed to reinforce Astaroth's hopes. The chaplain was unquestionably in the grip of the Black Rage, for all the physical signs were there, yet his mind was not riven with insanity. Through an act of incredible willpower, Lemartes appeared able to hold his madness in check. Several sanguinary priests argued that this was but a temporary respite, but Astaroth was not so sure. Refusing to slay Lemartes as many wished, he awoke the chaplain from his enforced slumber and offered him a way in which he could continue to serve. So did Lemartes become the guardian of the lost and the wielder of the ancient blood Crozius. The ancient Crozius Arcanum, born by Lemartes, has served the chapter for many millennia. It is believed to have been wielded by the first of the Blood Angels Reclusiarchs and was wielded by those who held this position for many generations. Eventually it was passed to brother chaplain Ranel, whose death in a warp-fueled assault saw the weapon declared cursed and tainted. For many years it remained sealed within the Blood Angels Reclusium, shunned by all chaplains. Only when Lemartes fell to the Black Rage was the weapon finally taken from its place of storage and placed into his hands. If the weapon is indeed cursed, it seems Lemartes' rage shields him from its effects, for with it he has slain countless enemies. He has repaid Astaroth's faith 1,000 times over, for the Death Company have never been so potent a force as they are under his guidance. At battle's end he is placed in stasis once more, to slumber through the weeks and months until his bloody talents are required again. For Lemartes there is no longer any calm before the storm. His life is of constant battle, for he is awoken when needed and preserved when he is not. Lemartes is rarely in stasis for long. Charged with rallying the beleaguered defenders of the Imperium Nihilus, the Blood Angels find themselves stretched thin across the vastness of the Red Scar and beyond. With each bloody battle do more of the sons of Sanguinius succumb to the Black Rage. The inspirational leadership and direction provided to these lost souls by Chaplain Lemartes renders him invaluable to his chapter. Lemartes is surely living on borrowed time, for even his formidable willpower cannot keep the Black Rage at bay indefinitely. Yet, for the moment at least, the chaplain's iron will holds firm. He is a symbol of hope to a chapter slipping into darkness, for if Lemartes can continue to reason and serve his chapter within the dark insanity of the Black Rage, perhaps others can do so too.
After countless examinations, I am convinced that Lemartes remains one of our greatest hopes. But be not in doubt, his rage knows no bounds. His fate is not one we can aspire to, lest we all, each of us, live a life locked in perpetual stasis until death. We must do more.